everyone! In today's video, I'm going to show you guys me and Kyle's most recent trip, which was to Portland, Oregon. The trip was awesome. We had such a great time. It was so much fun. So, I'm going to show you guys some highlights from the trip, and then I will come back and kind of do like a wrap up. So, I'll see you guys in a minute. Enjoy! The biggest thing that I noticed about Portland and Oregon in general is that there is a lot of water. As well, at least the stuff that we did involved a lot of water. Whether it was the ocean, the falls, the little man-made falls and Japanese gardens, or just rain, like there was raining the entire time. There's just a lot of water in Portland. With that water came a ton of greenery. Everything was so lush. There was trees on trees on trees. It was so beautiful, and we were fortunate enough to be there as the trees were just starting to change color. So there was like a lot of these yellow trees and like orange trees, bright red trees. Oh, so beautiful. That was so cool. I've never seen that before in my life, so that was really, really fun. My favorite thing that we did was definitely Haystack. I saw a Facebook friend had gone to Portland actually the weekend before we went, and she went to Haystack, and I was like, oh my god, that's like the coolest thing I've ever seen. I have to go. We have got to go to this. It was actually an hour and a half west from Portland to the coast, and but I totally think the drive was completely worth it. And then just seeing the Haystack Rock, it just looked like something out of a fairy tale. Like it looked like it should have a secret castle hidden on it, or it really reminded me of Howl's Moving Castle. If anyone has ever seen the Studio Ghibli movie Howl's Moving Castle or read the book by Diana Wynne Jones, it's about a castle that's like a bunch of other pieces of castles and buildings all stuck together, and it like walks around. It really just looked like that. It looked like Howl's Moving Castle without the castle bits just squatting there in the water. It was just so freaking cool and huge. It was gigantic. It was just, it was so awesome. I loved it. Haystack was definitely my most favorite part. I think second was definitely the falls. That was so super pretty. That was about an hour, or no, I'm sorry, it was like maybe half an hour, maybe 45 minutes. I'm not really sure. I think it was half an hour. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, there's going to be a giant number over my face that's telling me what the real actual time is. As far as downsides for Portland, I can only really think of two. One of them was there was a lot of homeless people. I know that's not really a big deal to a lot of people. It's not a big deal to me. Like, they didn't like bother me or anything like that, and they weren't like in our face or anything, but it just made me like sad to like look around and see these homeless people. There was this one guy in particular that we saw as we were driving, and it was raining and it was very cold. It was like in the high 40s, and he had no shoes, and it just broke my heart. Then the other drawback or downside to Portland was parking. Oh my gosh, parking was a huge pain in the butt. We did not think of that when we rented our car. We were just thinking that we were gonna go to a hotel, and like everywhere else we've ever been, there was gonna be parking allotted for us. Our hotel wanted $43 a day to valet park our car for us, which was nuts, and we did not do. We ended up parking across the street for $22 a day, which was still super, super expensive. And then everywhere we went, every single place, you had to pay for parking. When we went to Einstein's just to grab our bagels for like 15 minutes, we had to pay for parking for 15 minutes. When we went to a restaurant, pay for parking. When we went to the Japanese gardens, that parking lot was insanely annoying. You had to like circle the lot looking for people leaving, wait for them to leave their parking spot, you know what I mean? It's just, that particular part, the Japanese gardens, was awful for parking. It took forever. And so yeah, I would say that really the only two downsides that I can think of for Portland, I'm sorry, I keep looking at my notes, but the only two downsides I can think of for Portland were the homeless people and then parking. Everything else was awesome. There was tons of brew houses if you like beer, tons and tons and tons of wineries. We went to this place called Laurelhurst Market, which is a butcher shop during the day and then a restaurant at night. It was like a steakhouse. Oh my gosh. The meat there, like the steak, it tasted, oh my god, it was like the best steak I've ever had, and I don't even like steak that much. It was so good. And they had these like candied jalapenos that tasted like magic. It was, oh my gosh, so good. If you go to Portland and you're looking for a good steakhouse, the Laurelhurst Market, super good. We also went to Voodoo Donut. We had to wait in line for like 20 minutes. It wasn't bad or anything like that. I've seen pictures of the line like going down the block, so in my opinion the line wasn't as bad as that, but it did take quite a while. They only take cash. If you go, they only take cash, so you should know that before you go there. And then we got 4 donuts. I'll insert a picture of the donuts that we got right now. and they were all really, really good. We liked them, but honestly, waiting a 20-minute line and having to go through the hassle of trying to find it, and there were a lot of homeless people waiting outside trying to get people to give them money. I don't know. It was good. It was really tasty, but you know, it's kind of kitschy. So final thoughts on Portland, because I have rambled on for way too long. It's very lush. It's very watery. When we went, it was very, very rainy. So bring good shoes, good closed-toed shoes, nice jacket. Make sure you have your umbrella on you. But it was super beautiful. I really loved it. We had a really, really great time. Definitely check out, if you go, definitely check out Haystack. I know it's a hike from Portland, but it's so worth it. It's one of the coolest things that you'll probably ever see in your life. Such a great thing. Multnomah Falls, also super fun. And definitely eat at Laurelhurst Market because it was so, so good. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!